Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Michigan Time. I'm Imnet Kasai.
And I'm Jake Primack. Here's this week's news.
In campus news, the Michigan football team played Maryland this weekend, beating them 34-27. Quote, "It was a fucking disgrace. We should be killing them, fucking team," end quote, said Dan, a 56-year-old Wayne State grad whose wife's cousin's dog attended Michigan for a semester back in the 90s.
The University of Michigan has seen a decline in COVID cases around campus due to the fact that its students have absolutely zero game.
In local news, as you know, a few weeks ago, a Michigan State police officer was struck and injured by a drunk driver. When asked for comment at the trial, the driver said, quote, "Bro, I didn't even slap the cop's ass that hard," end quote.
A study from the National Academy of Sciences estimates that there are about 20 quadrillion ants on Earth. Quote, "That's not my problem," end quote, says the Ann Arbor Landlord Commission. Chess grandmaster Hans Niemann has been accused of cheating his way to a title by using wireless anal beads that were connected to a computer program, simulating matches and delivering corresponding pulses for the best moves. Damn it! I came up with the idea for the Bluetooth anal beads that turned you into a chess grandmaster years ago.
Campsite Strip Chat has offered 19-year-old Neiman $1 million to live stream a completely naked chess match to clear his name.
A genetically rare black bear with white fur, often referred to as a spirit bear, was recently spotted with a trail camera in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Researchers referred to it as a 1 in a million sighting. Upon deciding to leave the area, the bear turned, saw the trail camera, and subsequently dabbed until wildlife authorities had the bear relocated to, quote, "anywhere but here."
When asked about the incident, wildlife specialists said of the area's biodiversity, quote, "Yeah, we get a lot of dab bears around here," end quote.
In tech news, Vincent Conair, creator of the infamous typeface Comic Sans, recently created a follow-up font called Tragic Sans. Conair expects installations of the, quote, "next generation of Sans," end quote, to skyrocket as more people become comfortable with using Windows Vista to write about their mental health.
In other mental health news, autumn is here, and you know what that means? Depression. Studies show nearly 10 million Americans live with seasonal affective disorder, with women 4 times more likely to be diagnosed than men. When asked why the disparity, a researcher named Chad effortlessly did a backflip, whipped out a pair of aviators, and claimed, quote, "the dudes just be built different, I guess," end quote.
Speaking of Chads, the change of seasons also means something else. Alcoholics everywhere are putting down their ice-cold beers and picking up their hard apple ciders.
Former President Donald Trump reposted an image of himself wearing a Q lapel pin overlaid with the phrase, "the storm is coming," referring to a QAnon prophecy where Trump regains power and his opponents will be tried and potentially executed on live television.
When asked about wearing the lapel, Trump said, quote, "I love big, big letters, very big," end quote.
Press for the recently released Don't Worry Darling has stirred up rumors that there was drama during production and in relationships between the cast and crew. Said boom mic operator, quote, "No, everyone worked very well together. We even did this thing after each shoot where we all spit on each other in celebration," end quote.
With the recent passing of Queen Elizabeth II, the bagpiper who woke her up every morning for the past decade piped the farewell notes at her funeral. Now, imagine getting to pipe the Queen every morning for a decade.
Speaking of piping the Queen, King Charles III must face his hardest task yet during his reign, where he must choose which value to prioritize most among the royal 3: racism, misogyny, or colonialism.
Over the past couple days, Hurricane Ian has mercilessly bent Florida over and fucked it in the ass, making it the first time I've heard of an Ian doing that since my ex-girlfriend went on that business trip.
It's time to add Adam Levine to Hollywood's ever-growing Go Fuck Yourself list after he cheated on his pregnant wife. Now, I'm no cheater, but I mean, if you're gonna take that leap, there's gotta be something better than holy fucking fuck, your body is absurd, right? I mean, seriously?
Westeros flies back into your televisions with House of the Dragon. The show has been dominating the charts, making America's obsession with incest not just a coincidence. When asked about his new role in the show, star actor King Charles answered, quote, "What the hell are you talking about?" End quote.
The World Cup is around the corner, and Denmark unveiled their uniforms for the tournament. The shirts consist of plain designs with faded badges and logos as a sign of protest. In a social media post, Danish shirt sponsor Hummel explains, quote, "We don't wish to be visible during a tournament that has cost thousands of people their lives," end quote. Unfortunately, Denmark had to immediately shelve the idea since the shirts were so invisible that fans could only see dismembered heads and limbs on the field.
In local sports, after the Michigan football team only beat Maryland by 7 points, many fans are disappointed that the game wasn't a blowout. We asked a fan about the blowout and the team's loose hands, but unfortunately he misheard and spent the time just talking about blowjobs.
Speaking of schlongs, make sure to go get your picture taken with the penis mural outside the abandoned Office Max before it becomes a Spirit Halloween.
And please don't look at me when I wear tight waist sweatpants out in public, okay? Don't. Good night, and thanks for tuning in to Michigan Time.
See you next week.
Perfect.